Hi guys, how you doing? How was your week? Did you have a good week? Yeah? Did you, school. You had school this week. This is the first full week of school. How was it? Did you get into the rhythm of being at home on your computer? Did you get bored and want to walk away? Were you self-motivated? Could you get the work done? It's all of those things, right? It's like I have to stay in front of the computer. I have to stay with my class. I have a little boy that's not in my preschool, and he's doing it. He's got himself into the class. Sometimes he gets bored, but he gets pretty much into the class. So, is that what you're doing? And if you're not, maybe we could figure a way for you to be able to do that. It's not easy. This change is not easy. So this week, I was thinking about it's not easy because everything that we're doing is different, and it has been different, and it's not getting back to where it was, which we've talked about, right? That it might not. So last week I was walking, and I might have said this to you. I was walking to church, to the school, so I could do some more work for the preschool, and I was getting nervous, and I look up in the window, and there was in somebody's window, you know how they have those pictures that the kids have been making? Well, in somebody's window it said, it's going to be okay. And I'm like, well, thank you. Here I am praying. I don't know if this is going to work. Am I going to be able to open? Am I going to be able to do my job? And God put a sign in the window. It's going to be okay. And I thought, did God do that? Yeah. And underneath it said the same thing in Spanish. So God was ready either way, English or Spanish. And then I thought, okay, well, if God's going to put this in the window, maybe the problem is that I'm not looking in the right place. God's saying, Kath, look in the window. So you know what I did? I looked in the right place. I looked in the Bible. And I found a whole bunch of stuff that says, God says it's going to be okay. Like, I found one in Isaiah 41:10, and it says, don't worry, because I am with you. Don't be afraid, because I am your God. I will make you strong, and I will help you. I will support you with my right hand that saves you. Now, we know who that right hand is, right? Who's the right hand that saves us? Jesus. He sent Jesus to take care of us. It's right there. It's right there in Isaiah. Don't worry, I am with you. It's also in Proverbs. Trust the Lord with all your heart. Don't depend on your own understanding. Listen to God. Jeremiah 29:11-14. I say this because I know what I have planned for you, says the Lord. I have good plans for you. I don't plan to hurt you. I plan to give you hope and a good future. And then you will call my name. You will come to me and you will pray to me, and I will listen to you. And I will listen to you. You will search for me, and when you search for me with all your heart, you will find me. I will let you find me, says the Lord, and I will bring you back from your captivity. I will gather you from all the nations. 1 Peter 5:7. Give all your worries to him because he cares for you. Over and over and over again, he says it. Psalm 118:6-9. I will not be afraid because the Lord is with me. People can't do anything to me. The Lord is with me to help me. I will see my enemies defeated. It is better to trust the Lord than to trust other people. And it is better to trust the Lord than to trust princes, which I don't have a problem with. I don't see too many princes, but I don't think they mean real princes. I think they mean trust the Lord instead of anybody else. And Philippians 4-13, I can do all things through Christ because he gives me strength. These verses that I am reading come all over the Bible. Isaiah, Old Testament, but toward the end of the Old Testament. Isaiah was the one who told us that Jesus is coming, told us that we were going to have somebody that saves us so we could be in heaven. Proverbs, a little before that King Solomon wrote, trust the Lord with all your heart. Jeremiah, pretty sure that was in the Old Testament. 1 Peter. How about Psalms? Right in the middle of the Bible, but in the First Testament. And Philippians is in the in the one of the books after Acts, after they opened the church. Romans 2. For I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that is to be revealed to us. In other words, this bad stuff that's happening now, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter because good things are coming. And Jesus said, don't worry about the food you need to live. And don't worry about the clothes you need for your body. Life is more important than food, and the body is more important than clothes. These are just over and over and over again. I found these. They're just here in all of these things. And here's the thing. Bad things happen. Scary things happen. And we get scared. But when we get scared, there's an out. There's an out. There's a way of feeling better. And the way of feeling better is the trust that you have that God will take care of you. Now, Miss Kathy, I talk about this all the time. It's okay if you're afraid. It's okay if you're angry. But you don't have to be. You don't have to be that way. You don't have to think nothing's going to fix this. It can't get better. You can think, all right, I'm scared now, but it's not going to be like this forever. God's going to take care of us. God is helping us through the bad things so we could get to the good things. God's like your mom and your dad. Your mom and your dad help you through the hard things so you can get to the good things. The first time you ever had broccoli and your face went like this, and your mom and your dad said, just try it. And then you could try it again. And you didn't want to. It was bad. It was icky. But you know what? Now you like broccoli. Or, what is the other one? Cauliflower. I used to hate cauliflower. Now I like it. Because my mom and my dad pushed me through and were there for me. I will support you. I will support you. And that's what we have. We have God saying, I will support you. I am here for you. Even though the stuff is hard, keep doing it. Because I'm going to help you out in the end. Everything is going to be okay. That's what we have to look at. It's hard to remember that. Especially when you think this is it. You think this life is never going to change. But if we think back to how it was in March, we didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know why we were coming home from school. We didn't know why we couldn't even go to the grocery store back then. We couldn't go to the park. Remember, they closed the parks. You couldn't go. You couldn't go to the movie theater. My brother just told me today he went to the movies. You couldn't play in a park in the ocean. It was cold too, but you couldn't go there. They weren't letting anybody out. And now you can go to the movies, and you could go to dinner. You could go to a restaurant, and you can eat outside or you could eat inside. Things change. Things get better. This is what I want us to remember. Everything is going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's bad now. It's going to be bad another time, but then it gets better. When you get older and you live through bad times, you realize that after bad times usually comes good. If you have a fight with your mom, does she hate you forever? No. No, she loves you, and she'll come back, and you'll come back, and the anger will go away. When you break your foot, do you have a broken foot for the rest of your life? No, you do not. You heal. You get better. Broken foot heals. Anger heals. Fear will be healed. And God helps us through all of that. And one of the ways that we can use God to help us is to pray. Just pray. I told you, I pray every day when I walk to school. And I've been walking to school even when it's open now. And I pray. And the other day I'm praying. And God told me right in the window. So it's there. And He's going to give it to you. And even when it's not in the window, even when you're afraid or you don't know what you're doing, or even these videos. I don't come into these videos knowing what I'm going to say. I don't prepare for it. I prepare a little bit. I kind of know where I want to talk about. I kind of know where I can find some things to talk about. But in the end, this stuff that comes, it does not come from Miss Kathy. It comes from God. God gives me the answers. God gives you the answers. If you have a friend who's going through something hard and you just sit and listen, God will give you the words to say. If you have to write a paper and you have no idea what to write, just sit and listen and do what comes naturally to you. Do what you feel like you should be doing. And it's most of the time it's God. When it's good, it's God. When it's a bad thing to do, not God. That's the difference. That's how you figure it out. It's pretty simple. And I think very simply. So here's the thing. When the fear is there, when the anger is there, you can feel it, but you also know God is with you. And you can say, God, I'm afraid. I am so afraid. God, I don't know what I'm doing. God, help me with this test. I have no idea how to do this test. I studied, but I still can't figure it out. And then relax. Almost like meditation, right? You just calm down, calm yourself down, and the words will come to you. The acts will come to you. I did see on the news about the issues that we're having with the anger that's out there, that people are treating other people badly. And the ones who are getting treated badly are angry. Absolutely, they should be. But after the anger is dissipating a little bit, because anger will always dissipate, it will always kind of slowly fade away. After that, then the fixers come. The stuff comes to you. How can we fix this without lashing back, without hurting other people? Martin Luther King Jr. did it all the time. What can we do to make changes? How do we make changes? And God will give you the answer. God gave that answer to Martin Luther King. God gave that answer to me walking down the street. God gave that answer to your mom and your dad when they had to figure out what they were doing. It's going to be there. It's there for us. We just have to be patient and listen and relax and let it come to us. Not try to jump in with our own stuff. That's real hard for me to do, because I like to talk. And sometimes I just have to allow someone else to talk through me. So that's your job this week. Be kind to other people, take care of other people, and listen to God. Pray and relax and see what happens. You know what? Let me know. Let me know what happens. Let me know if anything happened or if nothing happened. Okay? All right. We're still where we are. Church is open. It's clean. There's not a lot of people. We're still wearing our masks, but we're getting used to it. My kids at school are 3, 4 years old. They don't really remember not wearing a mask. They've been wearing them like they've been wearing them their whole life, which they almost have. Wearing a mask, keeping apart from each other, keeping other people healthy and safe. That's our job. And I know that you're doing that. The weather is gorgeous. The sun is shining. The sky is blue. And look at my trees in the backyard. Aren't they gorgeous? So enjoy that. And know that God gives this stuff to us. God gives us the good so we can take care of the bad. And God gives us the tools to take care of the bad stuff. I love you guys. I miss you a lot. But we will be together soon. Have a great week.